Were you raised in the church?
Mainly, more so like in our own home with the church. My dad is like hands down my favorite person when it comes to like spirituality and being about finding God within yourself. Because like he's straight up Christian. Like he lives and breathes it. And he used to be a Muslim.
Okay.
But he converted. My parents put me and my brother into a lot of positions where we'd understand things from a religious point, Christian point. And so what that means is we went to different schools. But the amazing thing that I remembered looking back at it was how much they ingrained the Christian word into us. And bear with me, because this will make sense on the spiritual side, because this is more religious right now. But I remembered as they were teaching us the alphabet, we'd had scriptures we would learn. So like A is like all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, Romans 3:23. B is like believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and thou shalt be saved, Acts 16:31. And you continue that to Z. You got all these different like mental models essentially within the word that can remind you of the person that God is calling you to be based on these scriptures. They all have some kind of thing that deals with you as a person that you get to live by, a standard.
Yeah.
And so with that religious part, my dad, even with him knowing that we were going to these schools, he would always come back to us, and my mom would do this too, and pretty much be like, okay, so what is the Lord literally telling you, opposed to what anyone is saying? And from that, it was like day after day, I would go to God about things. My dad would be like, talk to him like you're talking to me. That spiritual side and that religious side, they came together over time to where even in that place where I thought I'd like literally like left God, in the core of myself, I was still spiritually afloat. I still had something to give and guide me with purpose in living life.
Sometimes, man, I feel like today's my dad's birthday.
Wow. Happy birthday.
Yeah, he passed away a while back, but he would have been 81 today.
Yeah.
And he was an extremely religious and spiritual, but mainly religious. And I would be heavy in the church. I was singing in the choir. My dad sang in the choir. Yeah. Couldn't sing a lick, but my dad was one of them dudes to where it don't matter, bro. He gonna sing as loud as he can for Christ. That was him, and I loved it. And even to this day, I have such fond memories of that, especially now since he's gone. But I also, like you, went in another direction from the religious standpoint. Yeah. And my father would be real big on, dropping these Christian gems, these seeds, and they were just planting. And it's funny because I was just talking to a homegirl of mine yesterday and was telling her, I wish my father was here so that we would have very different conversations about religion now than we used to have, because I feel like I understand it in a way that I didn't understand it, when I was, in my 30s or whatever. But sometimes our parents are not speaking to who we are. They're speaking to who we will be.
That's true.
And they're planting those seeds for the future us to water and feed from. And the present self just doesn't get them necessarily always, but that 40-year-old William gonna be like, oh, okay, I got with that, man. You know, and that's the beauty of time, man, and love and grace, is that once if you live long enough, you'll see it. You'll see it.